Taylor's in there with the belt. It's Paulie right in the back of the head. Right in front of the referee. And now Paulie is in the crossface. Paulie's already unconscious. He's been struck with the title belt in the back of the head. We've got new tag team champions.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup. I got the world by the balls. Spooky Lou, another wonderful WrestleRoni for me and for you. Well, wonderful, I don't know if that's the word. Okay, the manager of champions. I've lost my bet. You're the man, Bake. Congratulations on the tag team title win at Fairmont State. Welcome to WrestleRoni, shithead.
Well, thank you. But you forgot something. You said manager of champions. You also forgot I am the champion of managers. That is a very strong distinction here. A lot of people over the years have managed champions.
Okay.
I am the champion of all of them, as my title will not stay back on my chair. There we go. Now it's back in its beautiful, luxurious position. Yeah, manager of champions, champion of managers. It's a very long title, but I believe I've earned it at this point.
Did you win that at Manager Mania? How did you acquire that title?
I did, actually. I beat the shit out of all the other managers. Prince Nana was there. There was a whole bunch of people. Me and Nana was doing dance and shit. It was crazy. You should have been there. Yeah, champion of managers. There was a meeting. It's like the old NWA style, smoky back office room in some fucking shitty Holiday Inn Express. Yeah.
In Rio de Janeiro, and Pat Patterson was there.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
where there's no extradition. You know, we got to be careful. Some things happen.
I can't testify to that. I'm going on your word. I tell you what I was there for. Fairmont State. Y'all come out like cocks of the walk, throwing your gear at me, talking your shit, and trying to hit people with belts and just doing every screwy thing you can, yanking Stevie G out of the damn ring and doing the damn thing. You won the belts.
Whoa.
What?
I was trying to explain to Stevie
Mhm.
that the pinfall he was counting was illegal, because last time I checked in a tag team match, it is 1 in and 1 out. But while Paulie was going for the pin, Gannon was in the ring.
You get to make those calls now? You get to just yank the referee out of the ring?
Is that or is that not technically illegal to go for a pin when your tag team partner is in the ring? Yes or no?
Okay. Yes, you're exactly right. Is it not technically illegal to put your hands on the referee?
Me and Stevie were having a conversation. Did you not see me trying to play patty cake with him? He wasn't having it. I wanted to let him know that the fall was illegal, and then while he was out there, I figured we could have some fun.
He's got a job to do.
I can't patty cake people. That's wrong.
And you got a job to do. You're that good of a manager, you can play patty cake and your boys still win.
Yeah. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Champion of managers.
God damn.
What's the other most important thing a manager can do while their guys win? They dance. But I can dance better than them and play patty cake and have conversations with the crowd. You see my people out there? I know you saw them. I know
What
you saw
people?
my
No.
people with the unappreciated shirts. It was the Bloody Sunday shirt, but they had it in all black, and they were screaming for everything we did. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was
Huh?
three beautiful people in the corner.
I was there at Fairmont
You were
State.
right there. You were right there. You were right there.
Huh?
They booed the hell out of Mount Kilpis. You should have been paying attention.
Yeah, I'm even going to watch the video back. I'm not sure. I don't.
Well, I just did watch the video back. Coincidentally enough, you missed them. Funny how that works.
I keep my eye on the good stuff. Whenever Duzan won the title, I pan to the crowd to get the good crowd reaction. If there were some people in the crowd that happened to be cheering unappreciated, yeah, we can cut to better things. Definitely.
Oh, better things like this. Is it better things like this? Look who he's pointing at. He's pointing at the best thing in RSW. That's not fair. Hold on. Now he's pointing at the best thing in RSW. The unappreciated.
Oh, little Timmy.
Little Tim. I wanted him to be a guest on the podcast, but is that a wrong statement for me to make? That we're the best thing in RSW?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we were at Fairmont State,
Mm-hmm.
it was just me and Trevor. Did we or did we not break an RSW attendance record?
That was you guys that did that.
Yep, that was us. Okay.
Okay.
This past Saturday, same building,
Uh-huh.
only now we add Logan into the mix. Did we or did we not set a new attendance record?
We did.
Did we or did we not have to start the show late because we had to set up extra chairs not once but twice?
And we were putting out chairs throughout the show as well.
Yes.
And that's because of you guys. Not the
Was-
entire crew, even Vance
Was it
Desmond.
happening before the unappreciated? Were
Was
those
it
records
happening-
broken? Were those records broken before the unappreciated?
I wasn't around. I don't know.
Well, you watched.
I don't know.
You watched. You talk all the time about how you've always kept up and how great it was to finally come in, and now you're a staff member and it's beautiful and you're living a dream. And I appreciate that. I love that because I'm living a dream too. I love that you're living your dream. So you said it. You followed it. You know. Spooky, let me explain something to you. There's only one single person in RSW other than Tim Cross, since it's, his. There's only one person who's been there longer than me, and it's Sean Pugh. I was there. We just had a 6-year anniversary. I remember the first year anniversary, okay? You know where it was?
Tell me about it.
Fairmont. It was also in Fairmont. It was at 405 9th Street on a small little church right around the corner from the Sheets.
Okay.
There was 40 to 50 people there if we are lucky
Okay.
for the 1-year anniversary. 6-year anniversary, I haven't gotten the official count. But I know it was 200.
Yeah, it was around that number.
Something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the unappreciated was there for every single time we have broke set attendance records. Just throwing it out there.
Okay, you can throw it out there. I'll let you throw it out there all you want. I'm not going to say it was because of you guys, but I'll surely let you throw it out there. You do have me intrigued about this first anniversary. You were there. Do you recall who was on that card? What was going on back in year one at the 1-year anniversary?
There was a multi-man ladder match. Cannot remember if it was 5 or 6 men.
Okay.
That match will always stand out in my head because, oh man, see now I gotta try to remember back.
Did it have Puff in it?
No,
Okay.
Huff wasn't quite there yet. Huff started coming. I think the first time we saw him was around year 2.
Okay.
Tyler Vox was in that match. Tyler Vox won that match, and Tyler Vox almost Mick Foley'd himself in that match. He got tied up in the ropes on the way down and got a little laceration on the back. The ear stayed connected, but it was the same type of injury, just nowhere near as severe. He also ended up at my feet at some point. He'd slid under my table and grabbed my ankle, scared the hell out of me.
Well, see,
Gregory Irons in that match as well.
Okay, I do know the match. I thought I knew the
Greg
match.
Iron was in it. Oh God, There's some worthless guy that I don't like in it. He doesn't count. We don't need to talk about that one. Dresses like a donut. Yeah, he doesn't matter.
Right.
There were some people, man. I believe that was the night Ron Mathis won the title.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe that was the night that Ron Mathis became the forever West Virginia Grand Champion.
Nice.
It was a crazy night, man. I was on commentary for that one. I'm not 100% sure if that was Andy Williams versus Beastman, but I know Andy Williams versus Beastman happened in that church.
Okay.
I think it was that show.
I'll have to dig that one up as well. And you talk about things coming full circle. You talk about a guy being right there at your feet when he was doing commentary.
Yeah.
Talk about full circle. Then you get to be the guy at the feet of Spooky Lou a few months ago in Monongah. And I almost stepped on your head. I didn't even know you was behind me. Because you
First
were
of
running
all,
to the ring post.
Why are we bringing up old stuff? That doesn't matter.
We're reminiscing. Full
Second
circle.
of all,
Circle
why
life.
didn't you catch it? Why was it not on camera?
Because I was filming something else. I had my back to you.
Died, and we can't even get it on camera?
We only got one room in Cam, Bubby.
Sir.
And I'm the best in West Virginia, so.
I almost died. I got launched into that steel so fast and so hard. I honestly don't remember what happened. I don't know how I got home that night. I'm going to be honest with you. I believe that was concussion number 13.
Yeah, he was a little worse for wear. He was talking some silly stuff afterwards.
You know what else I was doing, though?
What?
Celebrating a win. Celebrate. I did that. I did celebrate a win. So I can get knocked down because I'm not the one who needs to be pinned here.
Fair.
I feel they waste their time focusing on me.
That's true. That's true. I was watching the Fairmont State footage back, and I did see Gannon kind of look at you. But then he kept his eyes on the prize, and he grabbed Trevor and started beating him up. So I said, good on you, Gannon. That's the sign of a pro.
That's the sign of a pro.
That's the sign of a pro.
Well, sign of a former tag team champion as well, but a pro. Professional former tag team champion. He's really good at it. Those two have broken up and gotten back together and won titles and lost titles so much. Definitely got to be a professional.
They're currently, as we're filming this, as we're recording this right now, they're down south challenging for some other tag belts. They're challenging Willie Storm and Johnny Duff for the MVW Tag Team Championships.
They're really going to make me root for Duff and Willie.
It's crazy how things are playing out recently. Willie Storm's a badass all of a sudden.
What's crazy is how gigantic Willie's balls are right now.
It's almost like somebody's in his ear.
Yeah, almost. It's almost like somebody has told him what he needs to do to take that next step up. Because this is not the Willie that we've seen for the last 6 months to a year in RSW. Absolutely not. This is not the Willie we've seen down south, up north, west, east, any other promotion. This is not William Storm.
Nah.
I like this version of Willie. I like this kid.
I'm excited. We got the Willie promos. Talking about promos, Zeke Mercer just dropped a promo today. He's going to be fighting Justin Alexander. I know you're excited.
Well, of course I'm excited. Of course I'm excited. Because last time I checked, who has the winning record out of those two?
I wasn't around for those.
Oh, yes, you are, sir. That was this summer. That was this summer.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know it's
you filmed all of them. I don't think there was a single show you missed. You're on the ball. You're on the ball with going to these shows. Zeke won all but one match, I believe. So, obviously, there's no reason to be worried about this one.
No reason to be worried. Did you see what Dustin and Vance went through and how Dustin came out on top? Last man standing, Fairmont State.
Yes, it did. But the difference between you and I, Spooky, is that was the first time you have ever seen Dustin go through a match like that. Mm-hmm. Not the first time I saw it. I said it on commentary. I witnessed him go through hell in Buckhannon in 2019 for the Internet Championship. I watched in that match in 2019 in Buckhannon, Dustin get his head stomped through a chair, exactly like what happened to him this past weekend. You want to know how that match ended?
Huh.
with Dustin Alexander standing tall holding a championship. I'm not surprised. I don't have anything to be worried about if I know what he's capable of. I'm here to game plan. That's it. I'm here to talk a little bit of shit and game plan. And considering I've now seen him be in 2 of those matches and see exactly what Dustin Alexander giving it his all is, don't you think I can help Zeke by showing Zeke what not all of Dustin Alexander is? Because you're obviously not going to go into a traditional one fall wrestling match with the same mindset and the same physicality as the last man standing match.
True.
So if I can tell you what Dustin is at an 11, obviously it can be handled on a normal everyday basis.
And as much as I hate to do it, and I do, it kills me, I've got to put legitimate facts out there on the podcast. Zeke has been on another level at T2T, just running through fools. On another level at VCW. Damn it.
It's almost like Zeke is a fantastic professional wrestler.
Got a shitty attitude.
Does that matter?
Yes.
Let me ask you this something, Spooky. If you go to work every day, smile on your face, hey boss, how you doing? Or you go to work every day, motherfucking everybody you see, does your paycheck change?
My paycheck stops.
I'm being hypothetical here, sir.
Okay.
Your paycheck stays the same. Your paycheck is based on work you do, not attitude you have. So Zeke can be a shithead because he's one of the very best professional wrestlers in this area. He wins. The wins are there. The championships are there. And there will be another championship there. And it will happen on December 2nd in Monongah Town Hall. And hopefully the mayor's there to see that one too.
Hey, leave John Boy out of this.
John Boy doesn't like me.
Well, he's a good man.
All I do is bring commerce to his town. Somehow I'm a bad guy.
Okay. Well, we're talking a lot of full circle. We're reminiscing. Let's go back to last year, Krampus Mania. Same venue, same town, same place, same fans. Zeke Mercer joins the Unappreciated. It'll be a 1-year anniversary type deal for you guys.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. That's obviously been in our heads. That was a great day. An absolutely fantastic day. We win the tag team championships. Funny how that works. And Zeke Mercer, as RSW champion, is with the Unappreciated. 1 year ago today. Do we think it'll happen again? I'm a big fan of the past repeating itself. I'm a big fan of being right, since I'm sitting here on this podcast, which was only guaranteed to me if we won the tag team championships like I said we would.
Even Spooky Lou makes mistakes.
It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. First of all, your numbers, anytime a member of the Unappreciated is on Roni, is proof that you're not making a mistake.
I'll give you that. That.
We're draws. That's right. You're welcome for the house. This is what we do. You don't have to like us. Listen, Spooky, I've lived in a lot of places in my days. Been to a lot of schools, been to a lot of jobs. I am not a very well-liked person, that might surprise you. It does not bother me because in those schools, my grades were impeccable. In those jobs, I got raises. In those towns, I had beautiful homes and friends. I don't need everybody to like me. I need to like me. I need the Unappreciated to like me. I need that envelope at the end of the night to like me. And as of right now, all of those facets are ecstatic with me. And I'm sure the rest of the Unappreciated feels the same way.
And that kind of takes me into my thought process when I laid out this bet. Mount Kilpus was on a tear.
Yes,
There was no doubt in my mind they was going to run through y'all. I knew what Trevor and Logan were capable of. I knew that you guys would have 14 tricks up your sleeve. But I believed that much in Mount Kilpus, and you pricks did it.
What happened at Fuzz Fest when we wrestled Mount Kilpis?
It got crazy. It was stiff.
What was the end? What was the end result of that match?
I believe the unappreciated won.
No, they did not.
No, they didn't. It's a whirlwind. What happened?
No.
You tell me.
We lost.
Okay.
Mount Kilpis beat us.
Okay.
Fair and square. Clean. Center of that ring. So you know what we did?
What?
We learned. We studied. We figured what we did wrong. And I believe the proof is in the pudding there. We learned from our mistakes. Again, you don't have to like us, but there's no denying that Logan and Trevor and Zeke are fantastic professional wrestlers, as I have stated previously, and as you have stated previously.
Very true.
Somebody with that kind of work ethic, with that kind of skill, is a dangerous human being. We didn't wallow in self-pity when we lost that match. We dusted ourselves off, we went home, and we studied tape. Now, not your tape, because our matches usually get lost. But we studied tape. There was film. We had cameras. We saw it. We ran it over in our heads. We replayed it. Why did I do this? Why did Trevor do that? And we figured it out. We got to the bottom of it. And now, as Logan had stated earlier today, across multiple forms of social media, Mount Kilpis is one of the best tag teams in the entire West Virginia area, correct?
Oh, yeah. No doubt in my
I
mind.
agree with that statement.
Oh, 110.
I agree with that statement. We talk about things coming full circle. We've done that a few times, so let's do it again. Gannon started training at RSW a week before I got there. Paulie started training about a month or so after I got there. I have watched 90% of their training. I have seen every match they've ever had. So, of course, I have that base foundation to give Logan and Trevor a way to beat them. But we go back, we were proven at Fuzz Fest, they had learned a thing or two. And so we did now as well. So if we have beaten one of the best teams in West Virginia, not once, not twice, not three times, and multiple versions of said best teams in West Virginia, we keep beating them. We've beaten the best teams in West Virginia. We've beaten the best teams in Pennsylvania. We've beaten the best teams in Ohio. And now they're standing right where they need to be, on top of the mountain. Logan, 3-time tag team champion. Trevor, 2-time tag team champion. And coming in December, Zeke Mercer, longest reigning RSW champion, and 2-time RSW champion. And I will still be the manager of champions and the champion of managers.
It seems like you're liking this belt collecting, this gold collecting. Is that enough? Is that going to be enough? Are you going to be happy with the tag titles and the heavyweight championship, or do we want to look at the junior title? Do we want to look at the internet title?
I fully believe that after Zeke wins the RSW championship, that there is nothing left for this incarnation of the unappreciated, shall we say.
Okay.
Again, I've been here since damn near day one. December 17th, 2017 was my first RSW show. So we are coming up on my personal 5-year anniversary here next month. In that time, I have called matches with people I've seen on television. I've called matches with people that I've seen on the indies. I've called matches with friends. I have managed friends. There has been championship gold. There's been sellout shows. There's been podcast interviews. There's been promotion, radio, all these things that I've been a part of. And it kind of feels like there's nothing left.
No?
I kind of feel like it's been a hell of a run, and it would be very hard to top.
Okay, so we're focused on leaving our legacy where it matters in RSW then.
Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Absolutely. As far as I'm concerned, that's how I see it. That's how I see it. Now, that's not to say that one or all three members of the Unappreciated will not hold other championships in other divisions or other places. I'm not saying that at all. As I've stated numerous times, they're extremely talented. I just don't know if the four of us can pursue those other aspects of the business, continue that journey as a quartet.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. We're talking about your crew, the Unappreciated, and how great they've done. You've been around since day one. Who's some others that deserve their props? Love them or hate them? Who's earned Bake's respect, and who should the fans respect, in your opinion?
We go back to earlier when I said I might not be the most well-liked person, and I may have done some dastardly diabolical things to multiple members of this roster, but that does not mean I don't respect them. It's a very long list if we're going back from the beginning. But if we're talking currently, there's three people. They're all currently champions. Billy Knox, your boy. You've known him, what, 15, 20 years?
Since 98, and we're in
There you
2023. So,
Yeah, so 25.
Yeah.
25. You guys go way back. I have all the respect in the world for Billy. Billy was so enthusiastic when he first came in because he knew he was built for this. And as you do, you spent 90% of your life with him.
Yeah.
He is built for professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bad, or indifferent, that man is built for professional wrestling.
Yep.
And I watched the guy who was just extremely angry when he first got there and wanted to be the best in everything. I watched him mellow and realize that you do not become the man overnight. I watched him apply his craft. I watched him give us, I refuse to call them promos. Billy Knox gives us experiences.
Yeah.
Billy Knox gives us baby movies, I call them. And it's fantastic. I'm a huge fan. I dig it. Duzan.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thought Duzan was going to make it. Nobody. Duzan showed up, and everybody's like, cool, we're inclusive. We let everybody train. We're going to help you live your dream. And we knew he worked hard, and we knew he was athletic. I don't think anybody really understood what we were going to get with him. You've been around me a lot the last year and a half or so, whatever it's been. I call him Little Spike Duzan.
Yeah, man.
And I pretty much always have. Because I have seen that man take beatings and take falls that a normal human being would not get up from. And not only does he get up from it, he somehow finds a way to pull off an amazingly athletic maneuver and win the match.
Yep.
And the last one might surprise you, we're talking about right now. Dustin Alexander.
Okay.
I have watched 90% of his career.
Okay.
He came in fresh off of training. It was him and Logan and Steven Skies and Dustin's old tag team partner, Jack Manick, and Vance. They all came in at the same time as part of the Violence Academy. And of course, the other trainer, Cole Cash, who at one point was my commentary partner and gave me that sweet Dusty Rhodes Homer Simpson pin that you saw on Saturday.
Okay.
Cole Cash. That crew came in and they all had it. Well, obviously, we know that Vance has it. Veteran OVW, independent wrestling icon.
Yep.
But Jack and Dustin and Logan all came in and they all had it. I watched, and more importantly, called Dustin Alexander win numerous tag team championships, the aforementioned internet championship, and that is why when I was told on Saturday at Fairmont State to do commentary for the main event, I did it. I was threatened with my job, if not for doing the commentary. I don't want to get that part twisted. If I would have given one-sided commentary, I was told I would lose my position in my job. But they didn't have to tell me that, because I understand that getting paid to do commentary and getting paid to win are two completely different things. And I was there to call every Dustin Alexander championship moving forward. I was damn sure going to be there for that one. And you know what? He won. He won like he did all those other times. He won like he did against anybody other than Zeke Mercer.
Okay.
Those are the people that really stand out. And like I said, they're all champions right now. So what does that tell you?
Right.
They stand out for a reason. They put in the work.
It's undeniable. Undeniable.
Absolutely.
December, they'll all be tested, you know. I don't know what Billy's opponent's going to be. I know Billy's got a hell of a challenge ahead of him November 17th before we even roll into Mononga, so he'll be tested there by Willie Storm in a death match.
These are going to get extreme.
Yeah, he's already been tested by Paulie Kilpis of all people in a death match right here on the channel.
Yes.
He went through MV Young like he was nothing at Fairmont State, so...
That was big meaty men slapping meat. Yep.
And I was there ringside, and things got a little bit more heated than you know.
You don't have to tell me, sir. I came out from the back for that one.
So
I was standing to the left of Tim and Bill. I wanted to see that one with my own eyes. I did not want to see that one on the Roni.
I'm not sure if you heard certain things live in attendance that you can't hear on the video.
Yep. I did. I heard it and I seen it. And I was glad I didn't feel it.
No doubt. And talk about full circle. Let's talk about full circle again. It was last year at Fairmont State that Duzan's in that four-way, takes one of the craziest bumps I've ever seen, gets back up, still has a killer match, and I think that's what really set things off for him.
That was the moment. That was the big moment.
And here we are.
When he got absolutely hucked into like the second or third row and then got back up, that was the moment.
Yep.
You can pinpoint it. You can't always pinpoint it in wrestling. Sometimes it's a culmination of hard work. Sometimes it's a really good promo or a very meaningful win. No, that was the moment.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That when he got up, that place lost their minds.
I was in the crowd. I lost my mind.
Building, you were right there, but us in the back, the guys peeking through the camera, or excuse me, the curtain. We all looked at each other and said, okay, well, he's dead.
Right.
And we immediately felt bad for him and his family.
Right. But, nope.
Not only did he not die, he got back up. The place goes bananas, and he wins.
Yeah.
He's insane.
And as we're speaking now, the match is premiering on YouTube, the match with Kryzak. Duzan's had some killer matches over the past year, but this deal with Kryzak's a whole nother thing. And for Kryzak, too. Like, I saw Kryzak have killer matches with Felix Cause up in Willing. Awesome matches with Duzan. All kinds of great matches. But these two at Fairmont State did magic. You got to watch this on the channel. You have to watch this match.
Absolutely. They have very good chemistry. It just works. They're the perfect foil for one another. And there has not been a bad moment of a bad match at all. And we're up to, 3-4 matches?
Yeah.
something like that. All of them great.
Oh yeah, all of them, all of them. Oh man, and we finally got Kryzak in the rear view. I can't wait to see what's for Duzan next. I know what's for him next. November 17th, El Grego. Have you seen this guy?
I did. I have no idea who it is, but I want him to be my best friend.
What? Why? Well, I mean, why am I saying why? Yeah.
Yeah. Big fan.
I do not want. I want him to be my worst enemy, and I think he is.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to deal with him a whole lot more than I am.
Yeah. Okay, well there you go. Talk about segues. You've been around RSW since almost the beginning. You've seen a lot of business take place.
Yep.
What advice can you give to myself, Billy Knox, and Gannon Green about this new venture, EIW? What advice can you give us?
Well, I've had some conversations with a few other people that I was told they have given you solid advice.
Oh, yeah.
Most likely the same advice anybody would have given. Also, let me preface this by saying I appreciate that you're asking me for advice, but I'm not some kind of vet. I'm just a dude who talks really good and had a great fucking video game stream, so I came in and became the voice of what is now an incredible wrestling promotion. We didn't think any of this was going to happen. We thought we were just putting on shows once a month at a church because it was right down the street from Tim's house, okay?
Okay.
Start with that. I'm not trying to big league anybody here to think I am something. But the only advice I would give you is the exact same thing that you're doing right now. You're going to put your heart into it. I know that. I know you. I know Billy. I've known Gannon longer than both of you. I've seen your work ethic on everything. I see the fact that you show up to every show early. You're filming even when you forget your batteries in your charger, but I guess that's neither here nor there. You're constantly filming. You're constantly recording podcasts for other people. Let's be honest. You put a lot more eyes on RSW as of late. When you started coming in and doing the WrestleRoni podcast, and then everybody's out here doing podcasts, we're all sharing it. Your numbers explode. Our numbers explode. It's beautiful. You know what you're doing. Billy knows what he's doing. Gannon, more than anybody, will know what he's doing because he saw what it took to take a promotion to go from 40 people all the way to where we're at now.
All right.
So my only advice is to just continue doing what you are doing. Put your heart into it. Don't listen to 1,000 different people saying you should do X, Y, or Z. Do what you feel is right and only take advantage from people that are doing better than you. That's the best advice I can give anybody with anything. You take all advice given to you, but if they're not doing better than you, the advice really doesn't matter.
Fair enough. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you for your kind words. That's a rarity, so I'll take what I can get.
It's not a rarity. Listen, until that bell rings, I am a delight. Let's be honest. I am a delight. I am a sweetheart of a man. When that bell rings, it's game time. It's time to win.
Okay.
At all costs.
Now you say when the bell rings. I can't say when the bell rings. When the music hits, you come out that curtain talking shit.
That's true. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. That music does make me want to fight people.
Yeah,
it does. Shout out to Architects. I'd never heard that song.
Right.
Until the initial idea of the Unappreciated was finalized, and we were trying to come up with music and. Logan wanted one thing, Trevor wanted one thing. We all have our own vibes, and everything we were pitching was kind of our own vibe, and it didn't match everybody. That song is a Tim Cross choice, and when I hear it, that's been my new thing now. If I have to do something I don't want to do, I will listen to that song before I do it because it puts me in a "fuck you, pay me" mindset. Yeah. So when that music hits, I'm. You see, I was talking shit to Tim. Tim got it. Bill got it. You got it. Pew got it. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody did.
It was a full clip on Saturday.
Yeah, well, and let's go into that a little bit. I want to give the people a little bit of a scoop. The reason you was talking shit to Tim because the speaker was doing some crazy wild ghost shit. Well, before
it was playing the song at an echo, but not an echo. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Well, before
I almost missed my cue walking out. Got to be on time.
And before you even got to the arena, we had other speakers hooked up. And the Papaw, we're calling him Papaw now because there's too many Dakotas and Derek, so he's Papaw. He looks at me and he's like, "Do you smell something?" And he's like, "Smell this speaker." The original speaker ended up pretty much on fire. It was smoking.
Okay. All right. You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Indie wrestling.
I was just gonna say the unappreciated as an actor, so hot that they melted the speaker, but I guess that was before we got there.
Yeah, it was the electricity in the air. How about that?
Yeah, that's what made the speaker act up. It was the second I crossed the curtain, the electricity in the room really screwed with that speaker. I had to yell at Tim. I had to yell at the speaker. It worked though. It was all good.
It played fine when you guys won the damn match.
Oh, absolutely. It played perfectly. It was one of the best Zat songs I've ever heard.
Can you sleep at night knowing you made Polykilpus cry?
Sir, I sleep like an infant at night. Full tiger knee position. If you're not aware what that is, Google it. Arm under an ice cold pillow with late 90s, early 2000s cartoons playing on my television. I sleep like a baby. like an absolute baby.
Well, there, we get a peek into your personal life. You like sleeping to late 90s, early 2000s cartoons, huh?
Yeah. Nicktoons.
Fair enough.
That's been my vibe. I'm falling asleep like Penguins of Madagascar and Tough Puppy.
Hey.
There you go. There's a peek behind the curtain, if you will.
The real Bake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the real Bake watches late 2000s Nicktoons and gets really smizzed before bed.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. People were doing way worse. So
That's what I'm saying. I used to be an alcoholic. Shit, now I do smoke a little bit of weed and watch cartoons. I feel like I'm in a much better place. I'm just saying.
Okay, I'll give you that. As much as we disagree on, definitely. I've always since I was in high school, I favored pot over alcohol. So
yes, absolutely.
Are you watching any TV wrestling or any other independents, or are we just kind of focused on the home team? How's Bake looking at wrestling nowadays?
I don't watch main roster WWE anymore. It started when things got really wonky. Like the Vince was there, then he wasn't. Like two to 3 years ago when things started getting a little I stopped and I still keep up on social media and YouTube videos and whatnot. I catch NXT occasionally. Me and my old lady watch a lot of AEW, and then of course anything posted on Roni because it's usually affiliates. It's PWL, it's VCW, things like that. I got friends there. We got co-workers there, so I'll watch a lot of that. I did see the news that PWG is going out. Well, not really going out of business, but like going on hiatus indefinitely. That sucks. I saw Father James Mitchell doing blow on a pay-per-view and ruining a TV deal for NWA. Saw that.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, listen, if you would have said the sentence 10 years ago that James Mitchell is going to do Booger Sugar and ruin an NWA pay-per-view, I wouldn't have believed you.
Should we spoof that segment at EIW since we want to be edgy pricks?
I don't even know why you're asking me that. I don't know why that's not written down on a notebook fully planned out on how you're doing it.
We have some edginess, so I'll promise you that. Well, you mentioned social media. We see a lot of local independents on social media. What are you seeing that you like, and what's pissing you off?
There's two things that piss me off so bad. And I yell about it a lot. I'll just be scrolling and my old lady I'll scare her because I'll just start yelling at my phone. For the love of God, stop with the 10 fantasy football championships, please. Just stop it. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and spend $5,000 on a title. But talk to Tim. These are great quality. He knows a guy. You've held our championships. They're beautiful.
Yep.
They have weight. They're solid. Do this. This looks so much better than your championship that you cannot see the quarter-inch engraving on it when you do your promo pictures. Stop it. Please. For the love of God, stop it.
It's just a championship belt, bro.
Start a GoFundMe. The fans will give you $5 or $10 a piece just to have a better title.
Ugly belts.
It bothers me because this is the thing. If you host an RSW championship and you show it to somebody who's not the biggest fan of professional wrestling, it looks like what you would assume a professional wrestling championship would look like.
Right.
It looks heavy. I took this to work. I mean, you saw the pictures and the videos. We had an excursion together.
Right.
I took a barbershop. It went to work with me. We went Walmart. We went grocery shopping. It was beautiful. And that was the first thing everybody said. That looks so heavy. Oh, my God, it is heavy. Look at these materials. It's beautiful. He didn't pay an arm and leg for these.
Right.
Find you a guy that gets you a good championship. Secondly, now this might be a personal thing. I don't know how big a deal it is to all the fans out there. Get some good commentators.
Oh, yeah.
For the love of God, if you can't get a good commentator, just don't have commentary.
Yep.
It's okay. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you it is okay for me to just watch your wrestling.
Yep.
I would much rather just watch the action in the ring than hear somebody who is doing nothing but try to get themselves over
Yep.
or doesn't understand the format of a wrestling match or doesn't know what moves are. I'm not saying you have to be Excalibur, okay? You don't have to call the move by its Japanese name. You don't. But you should at least know what a suplex is.
Yeah, right.
I don't feel like I'm asking that much. That's one of the reasons I fell out of mainstream, specifically main roster WWE. I hate that a suplex is a throw now. That bothers me. It's a
Fair.
suplex.
And
Okay.
it's not just that. This is nothing new. This is something that has plagued the indies
Oh,
since I've
forever.
watched them.
Forever.
Yeah.
It's listen. It's why. All right, that would have come across way too cocky.
Okay.
It's one of the main reasons why early RSW stood out so much
Fair enough.
because of our commentary.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go back and you watch that 2017 to 2019 indie wrestling boom that was happening, it was right when NXT started popping and Ring of Honor was doing good business, and PWG was doing good business. Then the indies started to boom again.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had a promotion. There was a show going on every weekend. Everybody's commentary was dog water because everybody started a promotion so fast without thinking about the logistics. All they thought was, I have building, I have a ring, I have wrestlers. They never thought about cameramen. They never thought about ring announcers. They never thought about commentators, referees, nothing. I have a ring, building, and wrestlers. So because of that, you were dealt with horrible commentators where they were just saying, well, my friend has a pleasing voice, but he knows nothing about professional wrestling. Or this person really knows a lot about wrestling, but their voice is extremely grating. Or this person just only... Get a good commentator.
Yep.
There's plenty of them out there.
And if
Good
you
commentator.
if you manage to get that commentator and you accidentally manage to get that right, then mix the fucking levels right.
Oh, please, for the love of God. Just get your levels.
Oh my.
But that's technical stuff. Would much rather hear bad mixed good commentary over very well mixed bad commentary.
Fair enough.
It is what it is. Your job is to tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple ways to do that. Okay? You can be JR. And you can tell me that this match is happening because of 17 years ago when these guys were in high school. That's beautiful. You can be Joey Styles or Excalibur, and you can know every transitional hold, every move, every submission, everything, and you could call it like a football game. You could it's beautiful. You're telling a story. But tell a story. That's it.
One way or the other.
I'm not saying you can't be fun, you can't have fun and be funny and make jokes. I did it all the time.
Right. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what I did was made what you saw on your television feel more important. Because that was my job. My job is to make what you're seeing feel more important.
And it's stuff like that to why when I was doing RSW TV and we didn't have the commentary guy, believe me, there was times I was like, well, I'll just do the commentary. And I was like, man, that's, I could bury myself. If it's not good, then I'm killing the wrestling. I'm killing myself. So I've been working on it. I think EIW, I'm going to go ahead and give it the old try again. But yeah, man, that's delicate stuff.
It is. It is. That's the thing. Like, when I was doing it, I would get that left and right. Like, when that was the only part of the business I was in, all day people say, oh, man, you're really good. I've always wanted to do that. I think I'd be really good at it. You wouldn't.
Right.
I'm going to be honest with you. 99% of the people who say I'd be really good at commentary, you won't.
Nope.
You just won't.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know, more important, and here's the thing. The reason you probably won't be good has nothing to do with the wrestling. Everybody can be taught what a suplex is. Everybody can be taught the rules of professional wrestling so you can call out when things are being done wrong. Everybody cannot learn to think on their feet.
Right.
As a commentator, your job is to tell me why these two don't like each other or why this match is happening. But you can't just come out and say, these two don't like each other, so they're having a wrestling match. You have to do it in a very concise way. You also have to relay the stakes of the championship match. You have to at least know a little bit about what's going on. But again, you can learn that. But you have to know, when do I tell a story? When do I tell you about the stakes? When do I tell you how I know that hurts? When do I tell you what the name of that move is? When do I tell you how it's getting into desperation mode? When do I tell you to pay attention to how the crowd is reacting? It's a lot. If you can't think on your feet, it's not for you.
Yep.
It's not for you. You'll embarrass yourself.
Did you catch any of mine and Tim Cross's commentary up at the fair shows?
I did. You were not bad for somebody who's never done commentary. Tim's the shits. I tell him all the time, just don't. He's the shits.
He tried. We had fun. It was his idea. I got to give it to him.
The drizzles. I really like Bill. I like when Bill used to randomly do commentary. That was fun. Me and Bill did commentary together for a while.
Okay.
It was also very fun. Sean Pugh. I don't have to like the man. We've had our differences over the years. Sean Pugh is a very good commentator.
Oh, yeah?
Sean Pugh has a very mid-'80s vibe to his commentary. And a lot of that is just his tone of voice, his accent. It lends to that mid-South type commentary vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this dude's been in the business for a long time, okay? He gets it. He knows what he's talking about. You add on knowing what you're talking about with that tone of voice, with his accent and everything, it just comes across great. He's really great.
Oh, yeah.
T.L. Andrews, very underrated guest on commentary.
Okay. Noted.
I had to put, every time I talk about people I've done commentary with, and as I said earlier, I talked about Cold Cash. I always got to put over T.L. Andrews because he, after a match and a couple of brewskis one night, joined me, and it was so good that became a thing where after his match, he would just come over and do like a match worth of commentary. It was fantastic every time.
Y'all was having fun. There's not a whole lot of that kind of, off the wall, which I get. Like, Tim has a product with a certain deal in place. Why fuck up a good thing? I understand it.
Yes.
Fair
Yes,
guy.
it was way more relaxed back then.
Right.
Some things happened. We had to get out of our old ways, and I'm glad we did. Because I believe the proof is right there. If you look at the good old days, the fun days where we were just the definition of an outlaw show, we weren't drawing.
Right.
Tim cracked the whip, and we're drawing.
Yep.
There's no ifs, ands, or maybes about it. I mean, it all coincides with that moment where we had management shifts, and Tim laid down the law. And yes, you can still have fun, but you respect me, you respect this building, you respect this product. And it has been beautiful ever since.
Well, yeah. I said it on a podcast I was on last night. Let's all try to put the professional back in professional wrestling.
Yes. And I know that's going to sound weird coming from me because I have gotten into my fair share of BS behind the scenes for RSW, not just even in life. So maybe I shouldn't be the spokesman for being more professional, but I can agree with the sentiment.
Okay, there you go.
And I'm trying to take some personal inventory with that and trying to get better with it.
Fair enough. I'm trying to get worse with it.
Well, you have to. Here's the thing. If you don't screw up, they're never going to know when you're doing good.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. I've got everybody
If you haven't
spoiled.
seen my worst, you don't know what my best really looks like.
There you go.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Tim had seen me try to assault a fan. Okay. Tim, here's a fun one. He's not going to like that I'm having this conversation. I don't care. I do what I want.
It's late in the show.
Yeah. He's fine. He ain't paying attention.
No, he never watches, I promise.
No, he didn't even watch his own.
No.
We were at a Cleveland show, and a fan drunkenly kept bumping my commentary table and almost knocked my drink over on myself, knocked the camera down. So when intermission happened, I went charging for said fan, and Tim pulled me to the side and said, "Listen, I'm not saying you can't beat the shit out of this guy. All I'm saying is that if you beat the shit out of this guy, the cops are going to come. And if the cops come, the show is going to get shut down. And if the show gets shut down, everybody's going to be upset. I'm not saying you should let this guy make you out to be some type of punk, because that's what I kept saying was, I ain't no punk, Tim." He's like, "I'm not saying you are, but is that more important than losing the show?" He had to guilt trip me a couple times with fans, with wrestlers, even. He's had to guilt trip me a couple times. I feel like that's why being a manager, and why, as we said, as soon as that music hits, I let that out, because I've been holding that in for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been holding it in, trying to be a better person, because I used to screw things up constantly. There were so many people that didn't want me working there at one point. So many.
Yeah.
I outlasted all of them, but they were there.
Well, so
I
maybe.
want a pleasant job, guys. Just saying, Everybody who told me I should probably calm down, or why am I here, and why do I think I know so much, or why do I think I'm so good or better than people? Well, one of us has a job right now, and one of us don't. So, take that how you will.
Yeah. One of y'all has a job in a promotion that New England podcasts are covering that people.
That was a podcast today from New England.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that part.
No. Oh, well.
It's big. It's big.
Just saying. I was on a podcast out of Wisconsin last night.
Uh-huh. They're going to listen to stuff in their car. It's going to be fantastic.
Bake, usually in the last 10 minutes, I let folks slang what they want to slang, put whatever words out there. But we're currently at 4 minutes remaining. So we get the lightning round. Whatever you want to put out there in the ether, you got 4 minutes.
First and foremost, follow at RSW Live on all socials. Subscribe to WrestleRoni on YouTube. Do not forget Extreme Independent Wrestling on Facebook. Buy some merch.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Support the boys. Buy some merch. When you get paid, make sure your bills are paid. Make sure your family's taken care of. And buy some merch.
Damn right.
That t-shirt, which just might be something you wear every couple of weeks for you, is gas money for that guy to get to the next show.
Yep.
Now, it's money for him to stop at Sheetz and get a sandwich and some energy drink when he or she has a 5-hour ride all the way back home before they have to wake up the next day and do it again.
Yep.
Okay? Buy some shirts.
Yep. I'm glad.
Support independent wrestling, period.
That's a good point you make, because whenever I got the sponsorship money last month, I sent 4 people money, bought 4 shirts, and one of them was like, "Oh, there's my energy drink for lunch." So
there it is.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. And you know what that means? That gave them the energy to get to the next show.
Yep.
Buy the shirts
and kick MV Young's ass.
Beat dog shit out of MV Young. There you go. If that's what you need in life, that's it. Buy merch. Okay. Get real titles I'm not off that yet.
Well,
Stop with those $39.99 titles you see on Temu. We don't need that. Good champions. Okay? Good championships make good champions. Fix your commentators. And follow me on all social media. I'm a fun guy. We get into a lot of shenanigans. More importantly, on a personal level, you have to find something that makes you happy. And I don't care what that thing is. It could be the biggest thing in the world, like helping the homeless, or the smallest thing in the world is like cracking your knuckles when you get out of bed. You need to find one thing that makes you happy and do it consistently. Be a happy person. Make a happy world. And cheat to win.
no. If
That's
you're
it.
happy doing it,
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
there you go. I have to say I've cut some corners and cheated here and there, and it's pretty cool.
We're both cheating right now with our setup for this podcast.
Oh, I promise you don't know the half of it.
I wish I could send you a picture of the rig that I have my phone on right now. It is ridiculous. Okay? You gotta cheat.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it, man. Support independent wrestling, follow your dreams, and find something to make you happy.
That covers about half of what I say at the end. I'll add to that, treat each other with kindness and respect. Check out the VSW podcast. Check out Kill City Cup. EIW November 17th at a secret location around Shinston or Worthington, West Virginia. I don't know. Krampus Mania December 2nd. Zeke Mercer will challenge for the RSW Heavyweight Championship. And Bake says he's going to win it again. I don't know. Stay tuned to WrestleRoni. It's going to get insane, Bake. You don't even know what we got coming up. There's new matches on the channel right now. Go watch them. We're going to let you live your life. Be nice to each other and get some better titles.